Hey everybody. So I am a little late and a little early. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. I was supposed to live stream you guys between 8 and 8:30, and I'm so sorry, but it was kind of a crazy day at work, and then Jen needed a little bit more extra time in order to get settled because Jen from AZ Patriots is going to be on the show tonight. And she is actually driving to El Centro right now so she can do her thing. So she needed a little extra time, and I was like, okay, that's good. We'll push it to 9 o'clock. And then I literally just came in 5 minutes early. Hey, Dorinda, how's it going? Hi, Jim. Atomic in the house. That's right. So we are going to bring Jen from AZ Patriots on in just a few minutes because she's got some stuff that she wants to talk about. TKO, sugar. I got your email. And Margot, if Margot shows up, I got Margot's letter. So I'm starting to get those photos that are rolling in. Thank you guys. So if anybody hasn't sent me their photo yet, you guys need to send me your photo. When this live stream uploads, I'm going to put everything in the description box. I usually have it in the description box ready to go, but I'm testing out the official Atomic phone tonight. I've never live streamed from that phone because I wanted to use my regular phone where I have all my articles saved to, and I don't have all my stuff saved yet, like a template type thing on this phone to where I can transfer it into the description box below. So I'll get that in there. But you guys make sure you send me your pictures. I want to know where everybody's from, and I want to decorate right up there with all my subscribers. Or you can email it to me. So whichever is more convenient for you. So Snafu, did I just see you come in? Hold on, I'm trying to see. Why won't it show me what you guys are saying? I need my computer. I ordered my computer, you guys. Okay, Colorado ICE building protesters raised Mexican flag on Fox News just now. Are you shitting me? Okay, we're going to talk about that after we talk to Jen. We're going to talk about ICE and how the raids are supposed to happen starting Sunday. But I heard like they've already started in some places. But they raised the Mexican flag in Colorado and they're protesting. That just says it all right there, that we're doing the right thing, because you shouldn't be raising any other country's flag in our country. No way. No. And probably in turn burning ours. How that's not a hate crime, I don't know. But I just saw an article, you guys, where I guess some kids burned an LGBTQ like rainbow flag and they're considering it a hate crime. And I'm like, really? How does that work? How is that a hate crime? And burning the US flag is not a hate crime. That is just effed up wrong right there. All right. That's my thoughts. So let me see what time it is, because I told Jen about 9:05. Okay, we still got a couple minutes. I'll give her some time. Hold on, I just got a text message. Let me see if that's her. Okay. So I told her, I said, because we're still going to do this by phone this time. And I said, next time, why don't you just come over to my house? You live like right up the street. And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, we should co-host like a show one night. And that'd be pretty cool. I can fit her in my little studio here. I can turn the phone sideways, and well, by then I won't need the phone. I'll have my laptop, so it won't matter. I don't have a camera. So she and I should do a show. That'd be cool. Because eventually, Snafu, right? You're gonna come over and we're gonna do a show together too. Sitting right side by side here. I can go get the other office chair. All right. So after we talk to Jen a little bit, I'm going to talk to you guys about the ICE raids. Okay, I've got an article that I'll go over with you guys. We'll talk about some AOC and maybe some Escobar, Veronica Escobar, who's bitching and complaining again. And then if you guys want to call in later, I'll take some phone calls, but not yet. So don't call yet. Moderators, don't give out that number yet. Okay, we still have a couple minutes. So why don't I just Give a big thank you to Dan the Man again. I'm always saying thank you to Dan. Dan is always sending me donations to my channel, and he's a great guy. He's so supportive. He's very nice. You guys, as always, if you guys want to super chat, you are welcome to. If you don't know what the super chat button is, it's where you're typing. There's a little dollar symbol there. You can make a little donation to my channel. It helps kind of keep things going and bring in some technology. That's how I'm going to be able to buy this computer that's on its way. But as usual, I want you guys to know that it's not required. And if you don't, I still love you and I still want you here. That's the way I roll. So there are 33 people in here and only 10 thumbs up. So you guys, if you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, make sure you hit the thumbs up, okay? If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and then hit the little bell icon. And then you have to hit all notifications. Otherwise, you know how YouTube is. YouTube likes to send you notifications sometimes when Atomic News comes on. So make sure you click that to all notifications. Let's see, someone said, hi Atomic, East Mesa, Arizona here. All right, Frederick. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I am in Glendale. So I've been back in Arizona for about a month now and absolutely glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm home. I'm glad I'm home. Honestly, the only thing that I miss right now about Illinois is the fireflies. That's it. That's it. So I'm happy to be here. Anybody else from Arizona in here besides Snafu and Frederick? Just curious. Anybody? Bueller? I feel naked. I'm not wearing my Trump shirt tonight. It's in the wash though. I have to wash it sometimes. Yes, I know you're in Arizona, Black Bart. Okay, for those of you guys that don't know, Black Bart is Mr. Atomic. So yeah, he's in the next room. I know where he is. Let's see. Scott says, I'm from North Phoenix, born and raised. All right, so you're here in Phoenix now. Yeah, and Miss Kitty's Arizona. Okay, good. I got my Arizona people here. That's right. One of my fans that actually recognized me at work, she's come in a couple more times to say hi. So I think it's pretty cool. Eventually, one of these days, you guys might run into me too. And then when you do, we have to take a little photo opportunity, okay? Because that's the rules. But all right. I think it's probably about time I can call Jen. So let me give her a ring. Hang in there a sec. And hopefully she answers. Hang on, we'll give her a sec.
Hi, you reached the voicemail of...
Jen, come on, you need to answer your phone. I wasn't going to let you guys hear her whole message because that's like her personal number, so I don't want to, I like to keep everybody a little secret. Since there's a bunch of whack jobs out there that like to dox people and stuff, not that you can see her number, but still, as much as we can keep private is a good thing. I'll give her a second. We'll try her in a sec. But, so let's see here. We'll try her in a minute. I'll go ahead and go over this one article with you guys real quick, and then we'll go back and talk about it after. Give me just a sec to find it. This is the first live stream that I actually haven't written down notes. Usually I do that. I have like my notebook with all my notes and stuff like that. Nope, not this time. Oh, here she is. That's my ringtone on this phone. Hey girl, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Good. So did you get to El Centro?
Yes.
All right, good. Well, you are live officially on the live stream right now.
Hey guys.
All right, guys, this is Jen from AZ Patriots. So
we are in El Centro right now. We are just wrapping up this border mess. You've seen on the news the crossings have significantly slowed down. We haven't seen anything active in Yuma in over a month.
Right,
And
right.
so now we are just trying to defend ourselves against this frivolous lawsuit for exposing the truth about what is going on with the illegal immigration in Arizona. And the churches have filed suit against us, represented by the none other than the SPLC.
Surprise, surprise, right?
Right. So we have just retained an attorney, thank God. And our attorney, he's not a big publicity guy, so he's not going to be doing, press conferences. So he's limiting me on what I can and cannot say. But, we're represented as a group, and we're going to go in there and just stand up for free speech and the fact that we didn't break any laws.
Right.
There was no damages. So we hurt some feelings. We
Right.
made some people, feel uncomfortable with the truth, but, just because the truth makes you uncomfortable doesn't mean I don't have a right to say it.
That's right. Damn right, sugar.
And so, that's what we're fighting right now, is just the right to be able to talk about this stuff.
Right. And I know that in a lot of those videos that you guys were filming, that you guys called the police ahead of time, didn't you? And asked questions and let them know where you were going to be. And, the police communicated with you and expressed what you could and couldn't do, things like that, right?
Absolutely. So, we've been active in Arizona for a few years, and there's a community response team of Phoenix Police Department that about 6 or 7 officers that are out there with us at all the rallies and all the protests and all the events. And I have their cell phone numbers, and we'll text them ahead of time and let them know where we'll be. And mainly that's for our safety too.
Right.
And so, they watched us, and then our lawyer is in contact with them for statements. So that'll all come out as well.
Good.
And so, if we were told to stand in one particular area, that's where we stood.
Right. Good. That's what I thought. I mean, because sometimes it's hard to tell on the videos, but for the most part, I could tell exactly what you guys were doing, and I knew that you guys were in communication with the cops and everything. You guys were very careful with what you did.
Right. And it's interesting because when the story first broke and the caravans first started coming up and the buses started arriving in Phoenix, we were standing alongside local media, Fox News, ABC 15, and they were filming and I was filming.
Right.
So why is it that I'm being sued and they're not?
And not them. Right. Exactly. So
to me, that's implied consent.
And then aren't they saying that you cost them donations to the church or some BS like that?
They're saying that we allegedly scared people away from donating, which is funny because in many of their Facebook posts, the church leaders, they've made posts saying that they've done this under the radar for many years prior to this, and that they didn't need to be in the public eye to be able to move illegal aliens throughout our city. Right. So how do you put a dollar amount on a donation you could have received? It's impossible.
Right. And I mean, people have a right to know where their donations are going too. I mean, there are a lot of people out there that don't understand what's going on and don't realize the money that they're giving is going to these illegals.
Absolutely.
Right. And all that money that's being used for them could have been used for community projects like Habitat for Humanity or local food banks or the veterans or homeless here,
Absolutely. We've seen YMCAs and Salvation Armies transformed into migrant shelters when these facilities are meant for needy Americans.
Right, exactly. I just can't believe that we have to actually fight this,
Right. And now I'm concerned, and I really need some prayers because the bulk of our legal fund that we've raised is being held up in GoFundMe right now.
No. They did that? They just did that to you?
we tried to withdraw it so we can pay the retainer to our attorney, and the withdrawal failed. So,
No.
we went back through and checked every setting to, triple check the bank account information. Everything was legit. And then we got an email saying that they needed more information on our story. So, fingers crossed and everybody's prayers up that, they release that money tomorrow.
Right.
Because that is, we raised about $5,000 on that.
Oh, wow.
And that's what we need for our attorney.
Right. Now, do you have
we also have a PayPal.
I was going to say, okay.
That goes directly to our account.
And is that on the AZ Patriots Facebook page?
What's that?
Is that on the AZ Patriots Facebook page?
Yes,
okay,
and
good,
that link is paypal.me/AZ Patriots.
Okay.
So I would just, if anybody wants to donate $10, $20, whatever you can spare, so we can fight back against this. This is huge, because today it's me, tomorrow it's you, tomorrow it's Ben Berkwam, tomorrow it's the next guy who stands up in city council meeting and speaks out against illegal immigration, or anything really. I mean, if they don't like what you have to say, they will either sue you into silence, or look at all the Patriots that have been down on the border reporting. Paloma got her page removed.
Right.
Completely yanked.
Jim Benvey was arrested.
I talked to another leader in the New Mexico Patriots, and he said, they're picking us off one by one.
We have to be
luckily
so
I didn't have
careful.
anything on my criminal record that they could come back at me with. So a lawsuit.
Right. It's I always thank goodness that we don't have records in the past. Otherwise, we probably would have had the FBI on our doorsteps, right?
Exactly.
The worst I've ever had is a parking ticket.
Yes. So
it's funny how the good girls are so feisty.
But the SDLC is a judicial terrorist organization. They will terrorize you in litigation, bury you and bankrupt you, in legal fees that the average everyday citizen can't afford to litigate a case like this.
Exactly. And that's why they do it, because they know they can squash people with other people's money.
Absolutely. And, they have big backing. They have, corporate donors. They have overseas bank accounts. And, they do this work pro bono.
Yeah.
For the left-wing cause.
Right.
And who do we have in our corner? We don't have anybody. We don't have any constitutional conservative attorneys ready to jump on cases like this. It's really hard to find pro bono representation when you're a patriot.
Right. I can only hope that as Trump continues to fight the social media censorship, that he touches at least somewhat on this type of a subject too, because this isn't the first and it's not going to be the last, unfortunately.
Absolutely. And right now I'm in a 30-day Facebook ban on both of my accounts for sharing an InfoWars interview that I did. Right.
Tell us about that.
So I was on with Owen Schroyer from InfoWars, and it was my second interview with him. And the first one didn't get pulled, but the second one did.
Right.
And it was just a recount of what we've seen firsthand with our own eyes on that border. And, what's going on with the illegal immigration and the lawsuit that ensued. And it got pulled. The video got taken down, and I got a 30-day ban on both of my accounts. Not just one, but both.
Right. I think that's so insane, because I watched the whole video, and I uploaded it to, my platforms, because I was like, all right, any of the money that comes from this video, I'm going to give to AZ Patriots, right? And son of a gun, like 30 minutes later, YouTube demonetized it permanently.
Wow.
And it's in that video, there's nothing wrong. You say nothing wrong in this video. It's simply because it's InfoWars and has to do with a lawsuit, with SPLC, and they're
Yep.
going to shut it down. That's how they're censoring us. And it's, I mean, they're trying to, I mean, InfoWars has been fighting this for months and months now. And all you have to do is simply show a clip of something that says InfoWars in your video, and boom, you're gone. Yeah. So, I took a risk posting it, but I was like, if I can make them some money, I will,
Right. And we appreciate that, and if everybody can just help out, if every patriot out there gave $1, $5.
Right.
We could stand up and fight and fight and fight.
Right. And just so my viewers know, if for some reason they can't find the AZ Patriots Facebook page, or they can't, find the link or whatnot, I'm going to be posting it on this video after it uploads. And if for some reason they still can't figure it out, they can always send it to me and I'll send it through to you. So
perfect.
Yeah. So don't worry about that.
Perfect. So we have a big battle ahead of us. We just retained an attorney, so he's going to be filing all the necessary paperwork that needed to be filed. I was served in June, and along with 3 other people in my crew, and then the remaining people that weren't served. This is how we have each other's backs. Is they called the attorney, the SPLC attorneys, and said, I haven't been served yet. Here's my address. I'll expect these papers. In fact, I will accept service now. Just email them to me. So we're not running. We're not hiding.
Right.
We're ready to stand up and fight.
So are there still like Jane Does and John Does that they haven't identified yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So there's a few of those.
So is it like, what was it, like 2 or 3 or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. They're shooting darts in the dark is what they're doing. They're just
exactly. They're just throwing a huge net to see what sticks. They have my ex-husband on there, who I've been divorced from since 2004.
Oh my God! It's like how can that even be legal? That they can sue somebody they don't even know who that person is.
Right, and he was never involved in any of this. But our attorney says he's confident he'll get him dismissed immediately with a copy of our divorce decree. But so our strategy is just to get as many people dismissed down as possible. So likely it'll be the last man standing will be myself and most likely Lisa from Patriot Movement. Right. So, that's who they wanted. But they threw the net wide enough, and whoever they got caught up in it. So we're just lucky that we have an awesome attorney, somebody I've worked with in the past. I know he's a fighter. I know he doesn't take any mess. And he's willing to represent all of us to.
Well, it seems like what they want to do is try and win this case so they can use the case in the future against other similar cases, so they can refer back to it and say, well, we won this, so now we want to sue this person too in the same manner. Right. Yeah. Right. I'm sure there's a legal term for that, but I don't know what that is.
Precedent. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're trying to set the precedent.
Yeah.
And there was another similar case to this where it was protesters were showing up at a Planned Parenthood. And the Planned Parenthood filed a lawsuit saying that the protesters were harassing and intimidating and threatening, and totally similar. And they lost, because you have a right to peacefully protest. You have the freedom of speech to say whatever you want to say within the confines of the law. Now, you can't yell fire in a crowded room, and you can't, defame people in print or, verbally, but you can have an opinion on illegal immigration, and you can shout it from the rooftops.
Right.
That is not a crime, and that is not, a civil offense.
And there's no way that they can prove that somebody didn't donate because of you. It just can't be done. You can't, unless they get somebody to flat out lie. Right. Which is possible.
Come on, donations. That's subjective. There wasn't any damages. Nobody showed up at their property and broke anything or damaged anything or.
And remember that one video they put out where the pastor was showing all the, playing the answering machine messages back
Right.
Yeah, and it
they
was
want
all
to
these.
blame us for that too.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, oh yeah, because you called all these people and said, hey, why don't you call the church and leave them a nasty message?
Exactly.
I mean, like you
When
have
we can't control other. I'm only responsible for my own actions.
for your own actions. You don't have time. I mean, you don't have time for that kind of BS. I mean,
No,
really.
no.
You're a grown ass adult. You got to work and you got to,
Right.
kids. And who's got time for that? Liberals do because they don't work.
Right. And they're mad that we put it on our page. But you know what? We are independent citizen journalists.
That's right.
That is our job. That is what we do is we get out there and expose the truth and follow these stories around and broadcast them in live, unedited, raw footage for the American people to see. And if they don't have anything to be ashamed about, then why are they bothered by the fact that we're recording them?
Exactly. Hey, I totally agree with everything you're saying. Trust me. and you
So
know.
I just hope that we can resolve this quickly and get back to the mission because it's got
you guys,
a few of us a little stressed out and. We need to just refocus on what we're fighting here.
Right. Now, do you guys have anything fun planned in El Centro this weekend?
No, we're just visiting some friends and picking up our drone.
Ah, okay, yes. Did something happen with your drone?
Mike from Southwest Border Watch, his drone got confiscated. This is another interesting piece. So yeah. Mike was down at the El Centro corridor, and he was flying his drone over the border, like near the border, not over the border because you can't fly it over international airspace, but near the border and near the new construction site. And Border Patrol came over and harassed him for about 30 minutes, and realistically, they were just kind of stalling him until the BLM agents showed up, the Bureau of Land Management, and they said his drone was a nuisance, interfering in government affairs, and they confiscated it. So now he's got to go to federal court to get his property back. Wow. And and so talking to some New Mexico patriots that were down at the border, they kind of did similar things. Like the governor moved in and put up all these no trespassing signs along the area, and we saw that in San Luis as well. There was no media allowed signs, no trespassing, and so they don't want the public down there. They don't want citizens down there anymore.
Right, because so much has been exposed already, and I mean, I guess it's their way of controlling it, damage control. And what I find interesting is that Border Patrol had a problem with your drone, but in New Mexico, Border Patrol wasn't even aware that drones were flying over the port of entry. Conservative Anthony had to point it out to them, and you can literally see them on video going, oh, like, oh my gosh, they're right up above us. And they've never done anything down by the near Monument 1 when all those drones come over from the Mexican side. They use the drones to basically steer migrants in the dark. They tell them to follow the drone. And that's how they get them through, the mountains and the desert into New Mexico. And Border Patrol does nothing about them. They don't even care about them, and suddenly they do. Right. I find that really interesting that from one state to another it's completely different.
Yep, exactly. We've pushed. I would like to think that we had a hand in closing down that corridor of Yuma because it was like 3 or 4 main smugglers each time that dropped off those large groups, and we found that they don't really like having the drone flying over their head while they're making their drops, getting their faces on camera, getting their vehicles and their license plates and what have you. And me jumping out of the bushes with a telephoto lens, taking their pictures, kind of freaked them out a little bit, So I think they moved down near San Luis, and I think that's why the government put up those no trespassing signs, so they don't want us setting up camp in the next project area.
Right,
So,
right. I think you're onto something with that. I wouldn't doubt it. Well, is there any other little tidbits you want to tell my viewers?
That's it for right now. Just we
Okay.
need all the love and prayers we can get that our GoFundMe money is released and that we're able to resolve this lawsuit and fight back and stand up for our rights. And again, if anybody can donate, AZ Patriots page, the link is paypal.me/AZ Patriots. $5, $3, $10, $100, whatever you can spare. We love and support you, and we appreciate you loving and supporting us for being here on the front lines, bringing you the truth. And again, it's us today.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow it'll be you.
Right. All right. So I heard you are going to be on True Conservative Minutes later.
That was earlier.
Oh, that was earlier? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Jerry he streamed me into his computer and then he held his phone down real low to record it. So I look like I'm like 800 pounds. I'm like, Jerry, come on, man. Angles.
Right? Fix the hair.
It's so bad. It looks horrible.
Well, next time.
Look at it. You're going to laugh.
Well, next time you're going to be sitting next to me here in my house, okay?
Yes.
So let's do it. You live like, what, a half a mile from me?
Yes. We have to get together next week for sure.
For sure. So let's figure out what we want to talk about, and we'll plan that.
Okay.
All right, girl. Well, thanks for coming on again, and I'll be sure and share all the info and the links.
Okay, sounds good. We'll talk soon.
Okay, take care.
All right.
Bye. Okay, guys. So you heard it straight from Jen herself. As soon as this video is uploaded, you guys, I will put those links in the description box. So if you do want to donate to them, just hang in there. I'll have it in there, or you can just go straight to their Facebook page, AZ Patriots, and there is a link there. Okay, so help them out. Just don't do it through the GoFundMe, because obviously they're having problems with the GoFundMe. Do it directly through PayPal, or if you seriously cannot find any of that, when all my description box info shows up, you can send it through me and I'll send it to her. She knows I will. So, but yeah, she lives like a half a mile from me. So, next time she's going to have to be sitting next to me. And we'll have to talk about some stuff, together. That'll be fun. Maybe we should have a drinking game while we're on a live stream, and every time somebody says migrant or illegal, we would drink. No. That would be funny. So, all right, let's talk about some ICE raids, because they're gonna happen. Oh yeah, Sunday, you guys. Sunday. And you know what, I just realized something really stupid. Okay, I'm testing out my live stream on my Atomic phone. So I can't have you guys call in because I can't answer the phone call while I'm live streaming. Okay, that was a blonde moment. Okay. I'm fired. Atomic News is fired. Okay, don't hate me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so stupid. Anyway, let's talk about some ICE raids. So they're supposed to start on Sunday, okay? And a little birdie told me that they have already started in some areas, okay? Like Colorado and Northern California is what I heard. Oh, darn. So I'm going to read you this article, okay? This is from USA Today. Denver, fear and anxiety spread through immigrant communities nationwide over anticipated federal raids aimed at detaining and deporting thousands of people accused of remaining illegal within the United States. Well, guess what? They're not accused, okay? They are illegally here in the United States. They're starting out with people that have final removal orders, okay? So these people have already been told, get out, okay? They've gotten their due process, all right? They have had their asylum hearings, and they were denied. Okay, sorry. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You're leaving the United States. Thank you. And so these people are not, yeah, accused. Okay, they are. Let's just say it the way it is. Okay, they are remaining here illegally. Stay with me, boys and girls. Immigration reform advocates said that communities around Atlanta, Baltimore, Chicago, Denver, Houston, Los Angeles, Miami, New York, and San Francisco. Hey, what do those all have in common? Can anybody figure out what all those cities have in common? Liberals. High numbers of liberals. Okay, sanctuary cities. Yes. Okay, so those are the places they're targeting this Sunday and last through at least Thursday. Okay, Sunday through Thursday. It's almost like getting ready for a hurricane. It's that state of alarm that people are feeling, says Melissa Tavares of the Miami-based Florida Immigrant Coalition. People are asking, is it okay for us to go to work? Yeah, I want to say yes, it is. Oh, yes, go to work. Where they can find you. Is it okay to take our kids to school? Oh, there's so much I could say. The raids are different from routine immigration and customs enforcement detentions, and advocates for immigrant communities say the raids appear designed to sow terror and discord among the approximately 2,000 families expected to be targeted, especially in light of news reports of some detainees dying in custody. Oh, please. Let me get my violin. Okay. Newsflash, people die every day. Okay? It's not like in the past, nobody had ever died in custody of U.S. Border Patrol. All right? You can't say that never happened and then all of a sudden, under Trump, it's happening. No, it doesn't work that way, okay? It's just that nobody gave a shit before, okay? And now, because it's a hot topic and everybody's on Trump, and all they want to do is tear Trump down, now suddenly the Democrats care. I guarantee you, nobody can name a single immigrant that died under Obama. And it's not because none of them did, all right? It's because back then, nobody cared, all right? And the only reason they care right now is for political gain. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100%. Say it the way it is. Liberals, pull your big girl panties up and pull your big boy panties up, and let's say the truth together. The only reason you care is for political gain. How about them apples? Okay, leave it to Atomic News to tell you the way it is. So, going on with the article here. It terrorizes the community, said Millie Atkinson, legal director of the San Francisco Immigrant Legal Defense Collaborative in San Francisco. Well, let me tell you something, Millie. It's their own fault. If it terrorizes them, it's their own fault. It's not our fault, okay? We're in the day and age right now where all anybody can do is blame somebody else for their problems. Why can't anybody else look in the damn mirror and be like, oh shit, I did that? Okay? I just did. I'm live streaming from the phone that you guys were supposed to call in on, and I fessed up. Duh, D-to-D. Why? What is the problem with people these days not being able to man up and say, it's my fault, I did it? Like when I'm at work and I screw up, I have no problem saying it was me. You can ask any of my coworkers in any job I've ever been in, and they'll tell you. So if it terrorizes these people, it's their own fault because they have final removal orders and they know they do. Or if they don't know, it's because they've been evading, authority. Okay. It's the position that they're in is their own fault. It's not ours. It's not our fault. Okay. They chose this path. This is what you get. When you roll the dice in life, you need to be prepared for what those dice may win you and what those dice may lose you. Okay? And yes, that is going to be, that little line right there about the dice is going to be in my speech the first weekend of August when I speak to the Republicans in Northern Arizona. Because it's true. You need to be prepared. Otherwise, you shouldn't be playing. You shouldn't be playing this game. So anyway. Immigrant advocates say many of the people expected to be targeted in the raids have been issued a final order of removal, but were never told when or where that previous hearing was taking place. Bullshit. Bullshit right there, okay, you guys? That's the left playing their little damn violin, all right? I have no sympathy. These people, if they did what they were supposed to do, they would have gotten a little letter in the mail that said, please appear at this time and day. Or they would have gotten it when they were released and said, okay, this is your court date, like they do right now. And these people chose not to show up. These people chose not to make their information public so that letters could get to them, so that they could play the, oh, I didn't know game. Deer in headlights, what? Come on, you know. All right. Okay, I lost my place in my article here. Oh, okay, here's a tweet. It's a tweet from Donald Trump. Anyway, it says, in Denver, Mayor Michael Hancock said city police officers would avoid helping ICE agents, but said city human service workers were on alert to assist any minor children left behind if their parents are arrested. Okay, good. That's fine. I'm okay with that. So, yeah, city police officers are just saying they will not help ICE, which is fine. ICE doesn't need your help, all right? They all put their big boy and big girl panties on in the morning. ICE is tough. In many cases, I can't say shit. In many cases, immigrants who lack legal permission to remain in the United States have minor children who are U.S. citizens. That puts officials in liberal cities like Denver or San Francisco in the tough position of opposing the ICE raids themselves, but still having to manage the consequences. We're not going to put children in cages. I swear on all that is holy that if a liberal ever says in my presence, like in front of me, not like over the phone or in a video or something like that, if a liberal ever says the phrase putting children in cages, I am going to unload. All right. And I don't mean with a firearm. Okay. I'm going to unload with words. Okay. Cause I'm so sick and tired of the left using the phrase putting children in cages and ripping children from their parents' arms. And oh, fucking A, dude. Can you tell I'm pissed off at that? But they say we're not going to put children in cages or leave them in inhumane conditions. Oh, what? So they can drink toilet water that they really weren't drinking? Hancock said this during a call with reporters on Friday morning. Our job is to help families as best we can. Immigrant advocates say many of the people expected to be targeted in the raid. Oh no, I read that part already. Sorry. In Houston, a city of 1.6 million immigrants and more than 500,000 undocumented immigrants, the phone at FIEL Houston, an immigrants' rights group, has been ringing nonstop, and 5 forums and the group okay, this doesn't make sense, the sentence. Too many commas and dashes. skip that. That sentence doesn't even make sense. I don't even know how to explain that to you. This is a great article. Good job, USA Today. Anyway, they're saying there's a lot of tension in the community right now. And this group, FIEL, created a rapid response network enlisting around 80 community members throughout the city who will alert the group if and when a raid is happening. So kind of like, lighting the signal fires back in the day. They're going to let everybody know when and where it's happening so everybody can get prepared. Yes. The goal is to get to the scene of the raid as it's happening, document the procedure. Interesting. Document the procedure and advise the targeted immigrants of their rights. One of our biggest concerns is that undocumented immigrants who are not the target of the raids get swept up in the operations. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They're concerned that undocumented immigrants who are not the target are going to get swept up in the operations. Oh, oops. Sorry, guys. I'm so pissed I knocked my phone over. Are they kidding me? If they're undocumented and illegally here, good riddance. Good. You just saved us like thousands of dollars. And I can't get my phone to stand. I'm having technical difficulties. There we go. Okay. Are you kidding me? They're fucking serious. They're serious, you guys. But they say, we hope nothing happens. But if something does happen, we're preparing our community to be ready to react. Elsewhere, advocates are preparing flyers and staffing hotlines to alert immigrant communities of their rights, including requiring a judicial warrant to enter a private home. And this is what AOC was tweeting about. If you guys watch her on Twitter. Okay, right now, AOC is advising illegals how to avoid ICE. How that's legal, I don't even know. How a sitting congresswoman can legally do that and still hold her job, I don't know. Okay, she's assisting criminals, essentially, you guys. Let's see. Okay, advocates say that ICE agents working routine removal cases usually stake out their targets' homes and wait for them to leave for work, and that Sunday operations would be highly unusual. Okay, Sundays, you wouldn't think there would be a raid on a Sunday, but to me, why did they announce that they were going to start on Sunday? Because didn't Trump say, bitch about Obama and how Obama tells his plans ahead of time? Like, oh, we're going to move out of this country and into this country on this day and at this time. And he's like, why would you tell them? Why would you tip them off? So why are we tipping them off? I mean, obviously this isn't Trump doing this. This is ICE, and everybody thinks that, Trump is everything, all knowing that he's God and he can, make the sky blue and the ground brown. But clearly, if Trump had it his way, nobody would know they were happening and when they were happening, because that's how he rolls. Sometimes with this administration, there's so many attacks that undocumented immigrants feel like there's no recourse. And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Don't open your door is what they're saying, okay? This Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights, don't open your door is what they're telling them. Remain silent. They don't have to offer any information to ICE, and ICE can't enter their homes unless they have a judicial warrant signed by a judge. The vast majority of the time, they don't have those warrants. Well, guess what? I bet you they will. They're smart. They have ways to get them out in the open, trust me. In New York City, the Sanctuary Coalition's New York branch and the New York Immigration Coalition planned a rally for Friday night against both the southern border detention camps and the expected ICE raids. Now, I just heard from my good old friend Snafu Snaps that they're protesting in Colorado and that the protesters raised the Mexican flag. Oh no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And you know, somewhere, somebody was probably burning the American flag. Again, why is that not a hate crime? I don't know, but it should be. All right. Um, well, let's see if there's anything else good in this article here for you guys here. I guess it says, well, maybe the scale of what ICE will be doing this weekend will be more than what they actually do at any one time. The reality is that immigrant communities have been living under this kind of fear for the last 2.5 years. Of course, they're blaming it on Trump. These laws and these rules existed before Trump. They were all voted in before Trump. It's just that Trump has the balls to actually enforce them, okay? If Obama was doing these raids, nobody would give a shit. Nobody would give a shit. They only give a shit because Trump is in office. That's it. That's the only reason. That's it. I mean, and that's truly fact. That is fact. I mean, these cages were built under Obama, but now they're going to have a problem with it. Why? Because Trump is in office. Everything is because Trump is in office. Otherwise, the Democrats wouldn't give a flying fuck. All right? They wouldn't. And the Democrats don't have the balls to admit that that's truth, that they didn't give a shit about the immigrants before. Okay? We talked about that earlier with the deaths. They didn't care that anybody was dying before. It's just suddenly they care about it because Trump is in office and it works for their agenda. It fits their agenda. It's not just during the raids that people need to know their rights. For the last 2.5 years, ICE has been indiscriminately going in and targeting people. Well, that is their job. Okay, that is their job. So you're accusing them of doing their job. You guys, heaven forbid ICE do their job, right? You have to call it what it is and say clearly that this is deplorable and cruel. Well, if it was deplorable and cruel, why did the government pass these laws and allow groups like this to be formed and policies like this to be formed? Why? So they could execute them when it was needed. You guys, that's the answer. That's why. Let's Be Frank is in the house. Woo! Hey, Let's Be Frank. You guys, if you're not subscribed to Let's Be Frank, you guys need to go do that after this live stream. And Snafu Snaps, you need to make sure you subscribe to him too. Frank, I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever, but it's because of my crazy schedule right now. Like my retail hours, like my shift is different every day. And I have different days off every week. That's why my live streams are never consistent. And I feel like I haven't been doing a lot of YouTube lately. And I'm like, I need to change that. So we need to talk. And maybe we need to do like a border update or something. Because I know I'm going to do it with Snafu. So I'll just pimp myself out everywhere. Anyway, so this article goes on and on and on. Just it continues with like, the left violin playing. Serious. Like I have no sympathy. All right. So that was the article I wanted to talk to you guys about. ICE. Does anybody? Snafu says pimp and atomic. Let's talk about some AOC bullshit. All right. Because AOC just, you guys have to get on my Twitter. me and Frank, we always rip on AOC and, Ilhan and Rashida and all them. You guys can see everything that we say to them. Let's see. AOC. I have 2 articles on AOC. Hold up. I gotta let it load. Oh no, we don't need to talk about that one. Okay, hold on. Let's go to the other one. I have so many articles saved because I have to write this speech that I'm doing in a couple weeks, since I have all these articles saved. Okay, AOC says she's open to getting rid of entire DHS. Like that makes my brain hurt, okay? Like seriously, someone needs to put some drugs. Someone needs to walk by and like with a needle and just be like, no, don't do that. Someone needs to walk by and just flick a Xanax in her mouth every day. Seriously, because I really think she could do her job and function much better if she was drugged. Okay, but don't go drug her. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, this is a hypothetical situation in another dimension. So, AOC last week suggested she was open to getting rid of the Department of Homeland Security in order to undo, quote, a lot of the, I can't even say this word, shit. Let's just say big, all right? I can't say that word. A lot of big mistakes that the Bush administration did, okay? Sorry, I had to dumb that down for a minute because I can't say that word. Egregious? Did I say that right? Did I say that right? Is that a word? I think it's egregious. I'm not sure, but we'll just say big mistakes. Okay, Dennis says, yeah. Okay, good. I think that was the right word. AOC made her remarks during a Friday appearance on the New Yorker radio with host David Remnick. ICE is not under the Department of Justice, AOC says. It's under the Department of Homeland Security. And so we now have, and then it trails off, her quote, okay? And then I guess the host asked, would you get rid of the Department of Homeland Security too? And she says, I think so. I'm sure she said like in there somewhere too. Like, I think so, probably, because that would be what she would say. I think we need to undo a lot of big mistakes that the Bush administration did. I think that's like a serious quote. I think that's like an exact quote. Okay. I'm just reading what you guys put in there. Sorry, squirrel. She added, I feel like we are at it's a very qualified and supported position. Okay, somebody needs to teach this woman how to speak, because when you're in that type of a position, okay, when you're in Congress, when you are that big, okay, all these likes and ums and the weird way she speaks, how can anybody take her seriously? Really? Can you imagine Trump standing up there going, like all the time? Wouldn't your brain just melt? Like, I can say it because I'm not in Congress. But, yeah, how can you take that person seriously? And thank you. Someone says, and then mention the cow farts, right? How does this happen, America? How does something like AOC happen? Like, stupidity. That's got to be the answer. Stupidity. Stupid Americans. That's how it happens. Stupid liberals. So, yeah, AOC thinks it's a good idea to get rid of the Department of Homeland Security. What do you guys think about that? Should we get rid of DHS? What would we do in place of DHS? What monstrosity would the left create in place of DHS or ICE or Border Patrol? Can you imagine? Just like, let that sit on your brain for a minute. It would be an absolute monstrosity, all right? We would be invaded from freaking Timbuktu, okay? The people of North Sentinel Island would be trying to come here, and we'd have nothing to stop them. Black Bart says expansion of the TSA. We're going to have TSA at the border. They're just going to be wanding every migrant that comes over the border. Yep, just like that. So I know I had a little something about Veronica Escobar too. Hold on, let me see if I can find that article for you guys Veronica Escobar, she is like the fakest politician ever. Like, she's a serious fake politician. Okay, she's dirty. She is dirty. All right, dirtier than AOC. All right. Um, I'll let this load. Okay, Veronica Escobar is saying that she is the target of death threats. What's new? Okay. Every politician gets death threats. Obviously, Patriots get death. Well, I haven't had any death threats, but I'm sure there's always the first day. In El Paso, Texas, Congresswoman Veronica Escobar says she is the target of death threats. Escobar says the threats are a result of a news story accusing her of sending staff to Mexico to coach asylum seekers. Okay, she is connected. Okay, I can't say that she's definitely doing this, that she's definitely sending people to coach asylum seekers, but she is connected to the dirty. Okay, she's connected to the BNSF railroad. Okay, dirty railroad, working on the wrong side. All right, she is part of that. Yes, we should have open borders. No, we should not have any National Guard on the border. No, we shouldn't have any military. No, we shouldn't have any patriots on the border, because she wants them to come through. But then once all those migrants take over and are overflowing her cities, then she's one of those Congress people that wants financial support for the humanitarian crisis, because the Democrats are going to sit there and deny and deny and deny and deny for how long that there was no border crisis, and then now all of a sudden, we need some money for this. See how that works? See how that works with Democrats? Dirty. They're going to deny, deny, deny until it works for them, and then, yep, and now I want some money for all these migrants that are here. No. You know what you can do? You can take them into your own damn house, Veronica Escobar. Why don't you buy them all dinner? Why don't you go pick up their damn pants in the desert and wash them and give them back to them? Why don't you house all these people? Because guess what? You're part of what brought them here. So you can't let the world come to dinner and expect someone else to pay for it. It doesn't work that way. So I guess there was a story that was published by the conservative Washington Examiner on Friday. In the story, Escobar is accused of sending members of her staff to Juarez to meet with migrants who were returned under President Trump's Remain in Mexico policy, otherwise known as migrant protection protocols. That's actually the first I've heard that term, I'm going to be honest. According to the Examiner, Escobar's staff is coaching migrants to pretend they don't speak Spanish in order to exploit a loophole, letting them return to the United States. Interesting. Wonder what that loophole is. Frank, do you know what that is? For them not pretending they don't speak Spanish in order to exploit a loophole, letting them return to the United States. Escobar calls the story fabricated, adding, "This hit piece," I love it, "this hit piece is fueled by," you guessed it, guys, xenophobia. The only fucking big word liberals know is that's the only big word liberals know, all right? And misinformation, okay? I'm talking a lot and I'm pissy, so I need some water. Xenophobia, you guys. That's their $1 million word right there. These attacks won't deter me from doing my job, upholding my oath, and pushing for accountability. Great. We'd like to push for accountability too, Veronica. Okay, I have to push this little button here to read the full article. Okay, well, I already said that I wanted to continue reading it. Gosh. Okay. Let me back it up. And what? Now it took me to a different article. KTSM, you're fired. It's not me this time. So Sorry. See, I didn't make my notes because usually I write all this stuff out, and now I'm just reading you guys the article. You know, exactly sourcing where I get my stuff. First it was USA Today, and right now it's ktsm.com. You get a lot. They actually have a lot of border information, this KTSM. Channel 9. It's in the El Paso area news. If you want to know what's going on over there, that they're actually a really good place to go get information. So, well, it's not giving me any more on that, but you guys get the gist. So, yeah, Veronica. Nice try, honey. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, if I can find this article, this was what blew my mind about 5 minutes before I went live, okay? The Coast Guard. You guys, there's a dramatic, it says dramatic video. I wish I could play it for you guys. I don't know, can I? Hold on. Let me see if I can play it for you guys. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, we have to have the commercial.
You? Cortisone 10.
Really?
#1 doctor recommended itch fighter works
Cortisone
fast
10,
and
you
will
guys.
last 10 full hours. On the hips.
Hold on.
So you can stay
I'm gonna do this
focused.
ghetto. I'm gonna do this ghetto fabulous
Cortisone
snafu.
10.
Hold on.
Come on, clubs.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys see this. If it's gonna play. Hold on. That's a submarine.
That's gonna be hard to get on.
They're trying to tell him to stop. Damn, they jumped on the submarine, you guys. Holy shit. Did you see them jump on the submarine? The Coast Guard is my new heroes. If you steal my heart. Sorry, Mr. Atomic. So the U.S. Coast Guard released video Thursday of service members leaping onto a submarine carrying 17,000 pounds of cocaine as part of a months-long $569 million cocaine bust. They were bringing it on a submarine? Are you kidding me? Like, this blew my mind right before I was about to live stream, and I'm like, oh shit, oh my God. And I wanted to watch that video, but I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta call Jen. But a member of the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Monroe can be seen in the video yelling at an unidentified aquatic vehicle. I love that. It's a submarine, guys. To stop as it moved alongside the cutter at the surface of the Eastern Pacific Ocean. Crew members then jump onto the top of the mostly submerged vessel as it's moving and bust open the hatch because they be fucking badass. Don't mess with the U.S., man. A person inside the vessel can be seen briefly just as the hatch opens at the end of the minute-long video. About 17,000 pounds of cocaine were found inside, along with 5 suspected smugglers. Like, where did they get the submarine, you guys? Like, it's not like you can just go down to the corner lot and be like, yeah, can I just have one submarine? I gotta transport some cocaine. It doesn't work like that. I mean, that's a lot of money. Okay, you can't just buy a submarine with pocket change. They're getting more and more creative to get this shit over here. Like, wasn't it just like a month ago that they were finding drugs inside rocks and they were hammering the rocks and cracking them open to find the drugs inside the rocks? And then liquid meth inside coconuts? And now we're bringing in cocaine on submarines. Maybe that's what was on the Russian submarine that had the fire. I don't know. I'm just saying. But 17,000 pounds of cocaine were found inside, along with five suspected smugglers. The U.S. Coast Guard told the news on Thursday. The estimated street value of the drugs was $232 million. Self-propelled submersible vessels, also called narco subs, are sometimes used by cartels and traffickers to smuggle drugs across the border. So now that it's getting harder to cross the border because of walls being built and the crackdown on the border, we're now going to bring them in through the ocean underwater. Yeah, that's really happening, you guys. That's what's next. What's next, you guys? The operation, which occurred on June 18th, was one of 14 drug smuggling vessels intercepted off the coast of Mexico, Central and South America by 3 Coast Guard cutters between May and July of this year. A total of 39,000 pounds of cocaine and 933 pounds of marijuana were seized in that time for an estimated worth of $569 million. Vice President Pence was there as Coast Guard members, unloaded the seized drugs in San Diego on Thursday. The operations will lead to the prosecution of 55 alleged smugglers, according to Pence. Alleged. Dude, if you were in the submarine, you guilty. Guilty! A submarine. The cartels are using submarines now, you guys. Yep. True story. Okay. NBC. Yeah, isn't it NBC that's the peacock, right? Yeah, NBC. Yeah, NBC is the peacock. So that's right. That's right on NBC. Those are my sources today. So what do you guys think of that? Hold on. I'm trying to read your comments. Hey, Excel. What's up? He says, you don't know that. It could have just been a party sub. Yep. With a little turkey and some cheese. And yeah, no, not that kind of party sub, right? You're thinking like a party bus. I know. Corny. I'm being corny. So that's really all I have for you guys today. I'm sorry that I was kind of a ding dong and decided to live stream off my phone that I use for Collins. So I owe you guys a live stream with Collins. We're going to do that this week, okay? I'm going to figure something out with Snafu, and I'll figure something out with Let's Be Frank, and then eventually in a few days, I'm going to have the one and only Jen from AC Patriots here in my house. And we're going to do something, okay? And I promise that we'll do, especially with Jen, we'll do some Collins so you guys can talk, like, you can call and talk to Jen. So those of you that have, like, a crush on Jen. So you guys don't forget, send me your pictures. I've got one here. I don't know, Margot, did Margot make it in here? Margot, I got your letter. I got your picture, and I got TKO's picture. And I just have to print that one. And I'm going to start putting them up around here, you guys. So I need pictures of you guys. You can email them in. Sharpie marker _1975 @yahoo.com or P.O. Box. Hold up. I think it's 8103, but I have to think about it. God, I'm having blonde moments tonight. Yeah, P.O. Box 8103, Glendale, Arizona 85312, and I'm going to put that in the description box after this uploads, okay? And you know what's the best part of this picture that is in this envelope right here? Can I just tell you guys? Like I open this up. Margot? Okay? Margot. The best part of this picture is she's wearing the Atomic News t-shirt. You made my day. So, that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit like. Yes. And then if you're not already subscribed, hit subscribe. And after this video uploads, you guys, make sure you share it. And make sure you go check out Let's Be Frank. Make sure you go check out Pinoy News and subscribe to them. Make sure you check out Snafu Snaps and subscribe. And then make sure you hop over to AZ Patriots and make a little donation. All right. And, you know, you can always donate to me too. But if you don't, that's okay. I still love you anyway. You guys, I love you guys. All right. So I don't usually live stream on Fridays. So thank you guys for being here. You know, we held some good numbers today for a Friday. I'm surprised because usually on Friday nights, I would think people are like going out or whatever. Oh, hi, I'm going to squish my face. But we had a lot of people in here, so that's good. That's good. I'm sorry, you guys, I haven't had like a normal schedule, like a consistent schedule. Like I used to do like what, Tuesdays and Saturdays when I was in Illinois. But when you're in retail, man, you just got to go with the flow. You got to go with what they give you. And I feel bad because sometimes like I'll get phone calls, like Snafu called me and I was supposed to call him back last night and I fell asleep. And he's probably like, this bitch cannot call me back. But I'm going to call you after this live stream, Snafu, if you're still on here. So, all right, you guys have a good night. And until next time, peace out.